All right, hey everybody, it's Doug Knacker with Hissy Fit Reptiles, and just real quick, I'm gonna go through this bracket and get the Baltons figured out for who's gonna have what on their bracket. So some people submitted their own ball price combos and whatnot. So those people will have. I'll skip over them. So such as number one. Number one is Reggie's Urban Jungle. He submitted an Enchi Clown, so basically for him, he's not going to. I won't be picking that, so I'll skip over number one and go to number two. The person for number three also has submitted one, so I'll skip over number three, and then pick number four, and so on. A total of 5 people submitted their own ball pythons. So, no kitty cat. All right. Anyways, I can't just grab my hoodie here. So anyways, go ahead and pick. I have all the ball pythons. Okay, so just before I pick, just to let you guys know, anything I have for sale or available is not in here. Also, I took out, like, I have a normal double het clown pied. Now, even though it's a nice animal to have as a my female, it's just that I'm not going to put that one in there because that's just not going to be fair if somebody gets the normal double het clown pied. Of course, it just looks like a normal. So, I mean, that person probably just assuming that whatever that snake goes against, probably end up beating it. So, not that it's a bad snake or anything. Genetically, it's pretty awesome. But I just, for the sake of the being visual, this is like basically a contest where people are going to pick what they like better, their favorites. I'm going to also turn this light down a little bit. Oops. Okay, well, whatever. So Chris, pick something good. My girl needs a friend. All right, well, hopefully we'll get some good ones here for everybody. Not every one of my ball pythons can get picked because I have more ball pythons than people that are entered into the contest or the tournament. So, all right, without further ado, here I'm going to get something here to set my order of everything. I just got off of work, so I'm just throwing everything together pretty quick here. So, I got to take my kids to my in-laws too here in a little bit, so I can go sleep for a little while. Night shift is just usually kind of killer for me. All right, so number one, again, that was an Enchi Clown. That one was already picked or put down by the person who did it. So that's Reggie's Urban Jungle. Submitted Enchi Clown. So number two, Mountain Mama Morphs. So I won't look. Again, I have everything in here. Mountain Mama Morphs. You're getting Pastel Enchi Yellow Belly. Really nice looking Pastel Enchi Yellow Belly. That is the number 2 spot. Number 2 spot. Number 3, Delanar S. Osmer has already picked or had submitted his. And that's going to be a Hypo Super Pastel Spider Banana Possible Yellow Belly. So that's a Hypo Super Pastel Spider Banana Possible Yellow Belly. And he had submitted that as his own animal. So the number 4 spot is Bud Tompkins. So Bud, you are getting, I just had one, Super Pastel Desert Ghost. The Super Pastel Desert Ghost. That's the number 4 spot. Number 5, Leon Britt. Leon Britt, you are getting, oops, sorry, not one with all here. Make it fair and not look here. Leon Britt, you are getting the Sizzler. Now, I don't really know what's in this snake. It might just be a Super Pastel Yellow Belly, but it's that really funky looking one, the Sizzler. So Leon Britt, you have the Sizzler. That's number 5. All right, next up for number 6, Richard Allen. Richard Allen, the snake that is on yours is Dreamsicle. Number 6, Richard Allen, the Dreamsicle. LKB Pythons, thanks for joining us this morning. All right. This cup, I should get something bigger because this cup is small. It feels like there's a falling out here, but number 7 is Daryl Little, and he submitted a pied. So Daryl Little, you submitted a pied, so we'll go to number 8. Number 8 is Isaac Galvin Itura. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that one. Number 8, you have the Blade Clown. Blade Clown. Just putting this in a thing down there so I can write them down here in a little bit. So that's number 8. Number 9. Lori Wilder is number 9, and she submitted a pastel lesser leopard spot nose pinstripe. So she submitted her own as well. Again, it's a pastel lesser leopard spot nose pinstripe from Lori Wilder. Number 10 is Adam McKinney. You get Soul Sucker Het Desert Ghost. Soul Sucker Het Desert Ghost for number 10, Adam McKinney. Next up, James Stewart, number 11. Number 11 is Pastel Gravel Possible Het Pied. Pastel Gravel Possible Het Pied. That's number 11. Number 12, Nicholas DeAndre. Again, this is number 12. Vanilla Shoutout, also referred to as the Super Scream. So a Super Pastel Fire Vanilla. Super Pastel Fire Vanilla. On Morph Market, or not Morph Market, on World of Ball Pythons, they call it Vanilla Shoutout. So that was the number 12 spot. Number 13. Where's number 13? Number 13, Elizabeth Ferguson. And number 13 gets Pastel Ivory. Pastel Ivory. All right. Number 14, Weirdo Watson. Weirdo Watson, number 14, gets Pastel Red Stripe Calico Yellow Belly. Pastel Red Stripe Calico Yellow Belly. And that was number 14. Number 15, Mitch Zimmergarger. He submitted his own Firefly Enchi Calico 66% possible het sunset. And that was a Firefly Enchi Calico 66% het sunset. Oh, that cat. Jeez. So that was the number 15 spot. Number 16 is Todd Lewis. Todd Lewis, number 16 spot, gets the Pastel Mystic Potion. Pastel Mystic Potion. All right, next up is the number 17 spot. 17 is James Porter. Number 17 spot is Banana Pastel Possible Vanilla. Banana Pastel Possible Vanilla. And we have 17. Chris O'Connor, number 18 spot, final entry, and then I'll go through a few other things here real quick for you guys. See, LKB Pythons has got a question. So number 18, that is Lemon Blast, Yellow Belly, Desert Ghost. Gosh, the lighting's horrible here. Lemon Blast, Yellow Belly, Desert Ghost for number 18, Chris O'Connor. So those are all the picks. So LKB Python says, thank you for giving me this. Or what do the winner get? Just to be clear. Okay, so the winner is going to get their choice between a few different things. Either the Pastel Enchi Het Desert Ghost Male, the Pastel 100% Het Desert Ghost, 66% possible Het Clown Male, or $250 credit towards anything I have available from the hatching season and stuff. So I have a clutch and incubator right now from a Pastel Mystic Potion to a Desert Ghost. So I'm sure there's going to be something available from that. It'll either be Mystic stuff or Mojave stuff. That's Het Desert Ghost. I also have 2 snakes that are getting ready to lay here pretty soon. One of them is the Soul Sucker. However, that clutch, the person actually bought the Soul Sucker from me along with the clutch. So no matter what's in the clutch, they get everything except for I get one pick. The first pick of the clutch, I get to pick whatever one I want out of it, and then that person gets everything else. So we paid like extra. It's just kind of a thing. So selling the female. However, she's ready to lay here, and I got some cool stuff coming up from Ozzy. So I've actually been selling a lot of my stuff, not to get out or anything, but just to kind of improve in what I have. So, but yeah, next, other than that, Desert Ghost female was bred by the Pastave Het Desert Ghost. So, and the Soul Sucker Het Desert Ghost as well, but she had more locks with the Pastave Het Desert Ghost. So I'm assuming he'll end up taking the clutch, but that should be some cool ones. You probably get some, I'll have a chance to get regular Desert Ghost, Pastel Desert Ghost, Mojave Desert Ghost, and Pastave Desert Ghosts, along with, same stuff, but Desert Ghost instead of visuals. But I'm hoping I get some more visuals this time around. The last 2 years in a row, I've only gotten one visual each time from my stuff. So I'm hoping to get some more visual Desert Ghosts this year. Does not look like the Super Pastel Desert Ghost is going to go this year. She had already been almost ready to lay at this time last year. So I think she's skipping this year. Hopefully she'll go next year, as I have some cool stuff to breed to her next year. So yeah, should be pretty exciting. There's quite a bit of good ones in here that didn't get picked for the thing, but there's some good ones out there as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to update this bracket. So instead of the people's names on here, it's going to have the actual ball pythons on there instead. So when you do see the overall bracket and the way it's going to be, it's going to have the ball pythons on there instead of the names. I'll have the master copy with everybody's names on, so I remember who who's who and which one ends up being the winner and all that kind of stuff. I might have to revamp it a little bit because this, as you can see, it cuts things off so it doesn't have the full names. And some of these morphs are a little bit longer in names than what what's showing on here. So I'm gonna have to see if there's any way I can make them a little bit bigger on here. Yeah, other than that, if anybody has any questions, feel free. Okay, TNT balls. If you go to my website, I don't know if I can leave this or not, if it's still gonna record. If you go to my website, hissyfitreptiles.com, you should be able to go to the Patreon page, and then there's going to be a link. If you scroll all the way onto the bottom, there's a link that has a PDF file. If you don't have PDF, Adobe PDF or PDF Reader or something like that, then that might be a reason why you can't if you're trying to download it and it won't go. But you should be able to click on that. I don't think it actually downloads. It just kind of pops up on the PDF. Then you can, at that point, you can save the PDF file or print it or whatever you want to do with it. So I don't think it's actually technically a download. You click on it, it should come up under a PDF reader. If you don't have a PDF reader, I think you can actually open it up through a web page as well. And then that way you can print it or save it or whatever. But yeah, go to hissyfitreptiles.com, go to the Patreon section, and then you should be able to go down there and click. If you have more issues, just let me know. I do have to get my kids ready now, though, so I can get them over to their grandparents' place so I can come back and go to sleep for a little while. So I'm on night shift yet for another few nights, and then I go into day shift right away. So, yeah, it's going to be hectic. So if it looks like I'm bags under my eyes or whatever, is probably why. I've been kind of hectic with work lately and trying to manage and balance everything. So, but I will get these entered. I probably won't get the bracket updated until later on today, or maybe when I get home. If I'm still kind of awake, I'll real quick throw the names on there. But I appreciate you guys' patience with this. I will hopefully. So what I'm going to need to do, I had already gotten the pictures from the people who submitted theirs. I'm gonna get updated pictures of anything that I have that's on here. So the first ones are going to be the first head-to-head things are going to be these ones. So obviously I can't do this until I can't do this one, this matchup until this matchup is done. Can't do this matchup until this matchup is done. So these are going to be the first two matchups. So once I look and see who's got what and everything, we'll go from there. So if you have any questions whatsoever on anything, whether it's this bracket thing, if you have any questions on things I'm going to be producing hopefully this year or next year or anything at all, definitely feel free to contact me. It doesn't matter what tier you are. If you ever decide to quit Patreon, I don't care. You can still call me or contact me and ask me questions. I'll still answer whatever you'd like and stuff. So I might not know the answers to everything, but I'm definitely here to help if you guys need me. I'm by no means like a complete expert on every matter in the ball python world, so I'm not trying to claim to be or anything, but I've gone through a decent amount of stuff. So if you have any questions, about the bracket, contests, future contests, anything to do with Patreon, feel free to email me, hissyfitreptiles@gmail.com, or message me through the Patreon app or Patreon website or whatever, Facebook Messenger, Instagram Messenger, pretty much any way, anything that I have social media-wise, you can get a hold of me. So thanks, everybody. If you have any questions, let me know. Talk to you later.